They're playing. Hey everybody, how you doing? Mark here, and today we are at our dog park that we like to come to. This park is actually up in Janesville, and it's quite heavily used. But right now we're kind of in a slow time, even though the day is beautiful and stuff. There's just not a lot of people here today, so it makes it good filming. They do try to keep this park in a bit of a natural prairie land type condition. So we've been working hard on getting non-Native American and invasive species out of here. And we recently just acquired the title of a monarch butterfly way station. So as the monarch butterflies travel from the northern states down to Mexico, this is actually now designated as a approved way station, an approved stop for those butterflies. Now they've separated out the park into segments. So from this tree that's in front of us and going up the hill is a path. So like all the way down to like the taller shrub right down here on the bottom and up, that's one segment. All right, and then there's another segment just past that shrub. This segment over here, there's a path that cuts through the middle, and that's a segment. So basically, most of the segments are divided by the paths. And I'll actually take you guys over to the segment that I adopted, and I've been working on it all year long. Now, even though we've got a lot of volunteers, many of them have not adopted a section. So some of these sections, it's just so hard to get the weeds and stuff under control. Okay, so like all this stuff right in through here, all this, that's ragweed. People have allergies to ragweed, and that's an invasive species, so we're actually trying to pull it all out. But I mean, you can see all of it in here. It's just ridiculous. And I would say that probably close to 80% of the park, I mean, here's a bunch more. Look at all this stuff. 80% of the park looks like that. Okay, really. I can just look over here and I can just see a bunch of it. Like I said, have been working in my area, which is right up here at this trail intersection. And so, yeah, my section curves around the trail here and then heads up towards that gazebo up there. And as I'm walking, I'll just keep my eyes open for anything that looks like a ragweed or a Queen Anne's lace or anything like that. And I think I've done a pretty decent job on keeping the ragweed down. Every time I walk through, I might see it. And it seems like the ones that I've missed during the course of the summer are all entwined in all these little white flower areas. So I might find one like in the middle of that little clump of flowers there. So, and yes, I do walk through here. I don't just follow the paths, but I think I've done a good enough job where I can just basically follow the path now and just look across and see if I can see any ragweed growing. This is one of Missy's favorite spots, is this pavilion here. Also, as a volunteer, the water dishes, you'll see them at the little benches and stuff like that. We keep gallon jugs down by the main entrance gate where we first started. And they have a water spigot down there, so we can just fill up the water jugs and carry them around and dump out any like really gross looking water. So yeah, this is where we like to come and basically do walks maybe 2-3 times a week. Okay, but actually enough about the park, because that's not really the reason I brought you guys out here. I mean, I wanted to show off this park. I have a bit of pride for this park. Did you find a scent? Good girl. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a life update of what's going on. If you guys don't read the community board and the postings that I put up there, I'm going to get you up to date on the past few postings I've made. And the big thing is I did get a job. I'm not going to tell you who I work for because I don't want a lot of negative comments about the employer or anything like that. And I have gone through my orientation, went through that this past Monday. And for you guys, I think this video will be out in about a week. So it'll probably be a week and a half since I actually went through orientation. I do training on Thursday, and I think the training is literally just like watching videos and the how-tos, and if there's certifications involved, you know, you gotta get a certified for a forklift or a jack lift or anything like that. You know, it's just that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is going to be a full-time job, and I really don't know how it's going to affect my video production. You know, I'm going from basically not having a job to all of a sudden having a 40-hour work week. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to put up a video every week. So it just kind of all depends. Or maybe one of the 3 topics, or maybe even 2 of the 3 topics that I record about, the hiking, the biking, and the cooking, maybe something's going to have to give. My work schedule that I know of is going to be a second shift schedule. I just don't know what days of the week I'm working yet. I'll be working from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to like 11 at night. I know you're thinking, well, that's a 9-hour shift. It's technically 8. I get an hour paid lunch. Or sorry, an hour unpaid lunch. So of course then I've got to work that extra hour at the end to make the time to 40 hours, you know. Basically what I'm getting at is I will not be home for dinner time. You know, maybe a couple of days a week I will be, but that's about it. And I don't know how that's going to affect me making dinner meals. And as far as lunches go, I usually just like make a sandwich or a can of soup or something like that. I don't do a whole lot of, you know, cooking of any sort just to make a lunch. So that's the biggest news in my life right now, is just, you know, the full-time job. Don't know how it's going to affect the channel. I hope not too much. And then talking about videos, I've been working through the camping videos, got all those up and posted, and everything was pretty good there. Ended up finding I forgot to turn on my microphone a couple of times, so I lost a little bit of footage, but not a whole lot. And then I got all the rustic roads I did during that trip. And out of all those rustic roads, one did not record It got about 6 minutes into the ride, and the ride was going to be literally like a 40-minute ride. It had a lot of gravel road and stuff. But my camera was saying it was recording. Turned out it had stopped. It was saying it was recording, but just wasn't. So out of like the 40 minutes, I only had like 6. And that sucks. So rustic road number 118, I'm going to have to go back up into the northeastern part of the state and refilm that for you guys at some point. Kind of upset me that I missed that, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh, beautiful day. There's not a cloud up here. There's some on the horizon over that way, and that's west of us. But beautiful day. Breeze is blowing. It's only like around 70 degrees. It's just a wonderful day. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video and share with you. You know, I wanted to share the dog park with you, and we've done basically a complete lap on the inner loop. We have an outer loop that goes up by the tree line up there. Sometimes I go up there, sometimes I don't. But we typically do 2 laps. And sometimes during like the second lap, I'll actually walk the center instead of going all the way to the outside. God, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you guys. And I just can't think of anything. So I think I'm just going to end the video here. Saying I want to thank you guys so much for coming out for this quick little hiking vlog just around our dog park. It doesn't matter how much you hike, guys. It doesn't matter what your walk is. If you can only accomplish getting to the corner of your street, then do it. That's your hike, okay? Then, you know, if you don't want to do that, just find a small little park to walk around. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn and walk down the center aisle here. And then, you know, don't let people put you down for doing only what you can do. I mean, that's just like stupid for people to do that. You know, sit there and make fun of people because they can only walk a quarter mile. And other people are like, oh, that's all you did? So, hey, that's all they can do, okay? I've had a lot of people make comments on my videos saying, oh, you only walked like 2 miles, you know, and the train's not that difficult. And it's like, the point is I'm out doing it, okay? Well, this is Mark saying thank you so much for coming along and enjoying my little walk with Missy out here at the dog park, and giving you a little bit of update on my life and what's going on and how it might start affecting the channel a little bit. Always believe, heart, soul, mind, and body, that you can go out for your hike, go out for your walk, go out for your adventure. Always believe you can cook that new dish. And always believe, heart, soul, mind, and body in yourself. Bye, guys.